All right, fam, what's going on? Welcome back. I'm Elcross7. You call me Luke. Welcome back to another part of this Farming Simulator 19 gameplay walkthrough tutorial. So we have gone over farming basics. We've gone over crops, plowing, sowing, harvesting, root crops processing, oilseed radish, cotton, improving yield. If there's any questions on that, drop your questions in the comments section below. We have also gone over advanced knowledge, grass and hay, collecting grass, grass usage, straw, chaff, silage, and buying fields. If there's any questions on those sections, please drop a comment in the comment section below. We've gone over animals, general information about animals, transport of animals, caretaking of animals. We've gone over horses, pigs, cows, total mixed rations, slurry, manure, sheep, and chickens. We've also gone over and gone into forestry. We've gone over planting trees, logging, wood chips, removing stumps, then going into production recap as well. Production recap, grains and root crops, cotton and sugarcane, grass and hay, straw and chaff, silage and TMR, fertilizers, lime and herbicide, manure and slurry, logs and wood chips, milk and wool, pigs and chickens. We have also gone into sugarcane, general information about sugarcane, sowing, growth, harvest, transport and storage, tillage. We have also gone into making money, sell your produce, prices, a great demand, finances, and mission system. And last but not least, we will be covering in this VOD, we will be covering shop and miscellaneous. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into this, fam. Okay, so buying equipment. You can purchase new vehicles and tools from the shop. Visit the shop directly via the map or press the designated key, standard P for Papa, to open the shop window at any time. Equipment is divided into categories or brands. Change the view using the top arrow buttons. And we'll go over that in the gameplay portion of this tutorial. Customizing equipment. Certain vehicles can be customized when bought. Each of them has different customization possibilities. To customize them later, bring the vehicle to the marked area in front of the shop. Then interact with the shop symbol. And the following items can be customized: vehicle color and design, engine and wheel setup, and the option to have a front loader attacher installed or not. Note that not every vehicle or tool allows for every customization. Selling equipment. From the shop window, you can also enter your garage. You will see the vehicles you currently own there, and you can sell them from there. Their current value depends on their age and usage. In front of the shop, there is a marked area where you can park the vehicles and tools in order to sell them. Anything you sell this way nets you 20% more money of the selling price, since you went to the trouble of driving the vehicle or tool all the way to the shop. So that's something that's actually pretty cool and gives you a little bit more incentive to drive that vehicle to the shop to sell it, and it'll give you a little bit more money. It'll give you 20% more. It'll give you 20% more money driving the vehicle to the shop. And in fact, that's something I might start doing more from now on as well. Equipment lifespan. Over time, your vehicle will deteriorate. Vehicles in need of repair lose speed or engine power. Take the vehicle to the shop or to your vehicle workshop to pay for repairs. Leasing system. If you want to try new vehicles or tools, you have the possibility to lease them instead of buying them. In order to do so, you can go to the shop and press the lease button instead of the buy button. You will be asked to pay a starting fee, then you will be charged by the hour. The price you pay is linked to the customizations you select. Note that you can't customize a vehicle after leasing it. Icons Part 1. So these are this is what the following icons represent. The icons in the shop and garage have different meanings. If you find yourself lost, you can find an explanation below. So icon 1, income per hour, shows the amount of money you gain per hour. 2, icon 2, engine power, shows the power of the engine. Icon 3, required power, shows the required engine power to operate the tool properly. Icon 4, fuel tank, shows the maximum capacity of the fuel tank. Icon 5, capacity, shows how much the vehicle tank can contain. Icon 6, owned, shows how many vehicles or tools of this type you currently own. Icon 7, leased, shows how many vehicles or tools of this type you are currently leasing. Okay, icons part 2. Okay, so icon 1, working with, shows the working width of the vehicle or tool. Icon 2, maximum speed, shows the maximum speed of the vehicle, or in case of tools, the maximum speed it can be operated with. Icon 3, fruit types, shows shows with which crops it can be filled or which crops it can process. Icon 4, seed types, shows which seeds it can sow. Icon 5, compatibility, shows compatible vehicles or tools. Icon 6, information, gives you a general explanation of the vehicle or tool and important information. There are only 3 icons in the garage that don't appear in the store. Icon 7 is age, shows how many days you've owned in the vehicle or tool. Icon 8, operating hours, shows the operating hours of each of the vehicle or tool based in real time. Icon 9, maximum working speed, shows the maximum working speed the vehicle can work at on even ground. Okay, so we have covered in the shop, we've covered buying equipment, we have covered customizing equipment, we have covered selling equipment, equipment lifespan, leasing system, icons part 1, and icons part 2. If there's any questions about that, drop a comment in the comment section below, and we will cover it in a future gameplay tutorial VOD. All right, now moving on to miscellaneous, fam. Grabbing objects. Small objects such as logs can be picked up by hand, either dropped or thrown. A grabbing hand icon, as you see in the right picture there, will appear in the middle of your screen if you focus on an object that can be lifted, like we did in the tutorial, the part 6, like we did in the part 6 of this gameplay walkthrough tutorial with forestry. Tension belts. When transporting large objects like tree trunks or bales, it is important to secure your cargo. Some trailers will allow you to fasten tension belts in order to transport the objects safely. Once you have loaded your cargo, you can fasten all tension belts directly from your vehicle controls. Alternatively, you can fasten each belt manually by standing to the side of the trailer next to your cargo. A light green outline will show you where the tension belt can be fastened, and we'll go over that more in the gameplay portion of this tutorial. AI helper. You can hire a computer-controlled AI helper for the following tasks: cultivating, sowing, harvesting, fertilizing, mowing, tedding, and windrowing. A hired worker is displayed with a small hexagon and a letter in the mini-map. Once your helper finishes processing the field, they will stop automatically. Hiring a helper will cost you money as long as the helper is active. You can hire multiple helpers at the same time, but make sure to keep an eye on their costs and also to keep an eye on their work as well, because not all AI does exactly what you need it to when you need it to do it. And we'll go over that more in the gameplay portion of this tutorial. AI helper best practice. To get the best out of your workers, make them start in the corner of a field. Make sure there won't be anything in their way. Don't put too many workers in the same field. For work related to grass, make sure it takes place in the fields. So that way the AI knows pretty much where to go. Okay, weather forecast. The weather affects what you can do in the game. While there is hail or rain, you can't harvest your crops and will have to wait until it stops. Keep an eye on the weather forecast icon in the top right corner. When two weather icons are displayed, the right one will show you what the weather will be in 6 hours. So that's the key. And we'll go over this in regards to hail or rain and in regards to harvesting hail or rain later in this gameplay walkthrough tutorial. Right now, I just want to start with the basics. I want to start with new farmer. I want to start, I want to go pretty much step by step of what this help section is. And I'll have everything set up and staged prior to coming in. I'll have everything set up and staged on Ravenport. We're going to be using Ravenport for all the gameplay portion of this tutorial. Train. The train is available as any other vehicle, but won't cost you a maintenance fee. You can use it to load a lot more of your produce and move it across the map. Cranes will help you load and unload goods onto your train. Note that you can't move animals by train. Use the animal trailer in order to do so. Now, that's something I'd like to see. I'd like to see animals. I'd like to be able to transport animals by train because in real life you can do that. So that's something I would like to see. Just a little side note there. Map overview explanation. To check the state of your fields, use the map overview. Here you can see crop types in each field, growth status, soil composition. You can change the view mode for each field too. All right, map overview icons. There is also an overview showing the selling points and your machinery on this page. Select an icon to reset your tool and vehicles if they get stuck. Place your vehicles or visit a location. Place a beacon at a location. So icon 1, vehicles such as tractors, trucks, or cars. Icon 2, harvesters. Icon 3, tippers, tanks, and trailers. Icon 4, tools such as cultivators, plows, or tedders. Icon 5, tips, places, and sell points. Tip places and sell points. Icon 6, contract, transport, and delivery points. Icon 7, general buildings and locations. All right, and then last but not least in miscellaneous is mods. Farming Simulator can be changed to your likings with community-created modifications, or mods. They can alter your way of playing greatly, make things easier or even more complex and realistic. They can add new machines and tools, placeable objects, or even completely new maps to play on. To browse through the mods, visit the mod section in the game's main menu. And we will go over this as well when we get to the gameplay portion of this tutorial, which will be coming up next, right after this VOD. We will be getting into the gameplay portion of the tutorial and walking step by step, just like we did going through the help section. We will be going through the help section and going through the gameplay and actually implementing and doing all this and going through it. There is also a section of the game called seasons that I briefly showed in a previous part. I want to go ahead and take care of this first. I want to go ahead and take care of everything in the regular game. I want to go ahead and take care of everything in the regular game, as it were. And then once we take care of everything in the regular game in the help section and we cover everything that I feel that we need to cover, and then if there's any questions, drop them in the comments section below, so that way we can cover them in future VODs, in future gameplay VODs, or in future VODs of this gameplay walkthrough tutorial series. So again, much love to each and every one of you, fam. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And if you would, it would be greatly appreciated. Much love to each and every one of you. Stay safe out there, fam. Again, I'm Melcross7. You can call me Luke. And until next time, fam, peace.